Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts
The
right
single
now.
most important thing we needed to do was protect people. And
He got me shoes and he got me set up in here for right now too, because it was really, really cold.
The cold affecting people across San Antonio and across South Texas. Tonight, we're going to hear from leaders of San Antonio's Martin Luther King March after the frigid temperatures prompted them to cancel today's event.
Plus, how a San Antonio nonprofit is making sure people without homes during this cold weather are keeping warm.
But first, we want to get you to the latest forecast from meteorologist Mia Montgomery.
And Mia, I think the big question people have is, are we expected to see any more ice or any more precipitation?
Yep, definitely a big question, considering we had several issues out there on the roadways earlier this morning because of that light glaze. I'm here to put your mind at ease when it comes to that. No, the rain has ended for us here in South Central Texas. It's all pushed east and we are drying things out. We still do have the cloud cover in place. That's going to change later on this evening, though. We're actually going to see skies clear. And temperatures are going to plummet even more so in some spots than what we saw earlier this morning. So now our attention turns to just the bitter cold. You can see right now in and around the San Antonio area, all of us below or at 32 degrees. Very, very cold out there. A bit of a breeze. So wind chills, what it feels like to your body when you step outside, in the teens already in some locations. And those are also just going to drop, especially by wake up time tomorrow morning. So hard freeze is expected still tomorrow and into Wednesday mornings, upper teens and low 20s in terms of those actual air temperatures, but winds are going to pick up in a big way overnight and into tomorrow morning as well. So wind chill values fall into the single digits and in some cases even lower up into the hill country by tomorrow morning. So that is something to already think about. If you have to go back to work tomorrow, the kiddos have to head back to school. It's a bit dangerous in spots, so please layer up and dress very, very warmly. In terms of that precipitation, it is finished. Roads should continue to improve, but can't completely rule out a lingering icy spot tonight and still into tomorrow morning, especially on those elevated roadways. So we're going to talk even more in depth and detailed about this, get you a full look at that forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Mia. So, of course, be careful when you're out there, especially on the elevated roadways like I-10 and Frio, where you can see as we head towards downtown. Usually there's a big backup here, but because of the holiday, you can see a few people out and about. Certainly nothing like what we saw this morning with a lot of accidents, especially up in the hill country.
We've also been watching notifications from local school districts today about any delays or closures. So far, only these schools, well outside of San Antonio, are affected. Goliad and Blanco ISDs will be closed tomorrow, and Harper ISD is on a 2-hour delayed start for tomorrow. We'll continue to keep track of any closures or delays that might come in. You can find that list by scanning this QR code or going to KSAT.com.
And while the cold is back, it is not 2021 all over again. So far, the Texas grid has had enough capacity to avoid the forced rolling blackouts the grid operator ERCOT required 3 years ago. But weather-related outages have happened, like one on the far west side, reported to have knocked out nearly 1,600 CPS customers, including Celia and Jose Jimenez, who say the power went off at least twice for them overnight.
Around midnight or 2 in the morning. So it kept on all night. We woke up in the morning, it was still no power, and it just started getting too cold, so we had to leave out and go get some hot coffee because it was too cold here.
But that hot coffee hit the spot too. By the time they returned home a little before 1 this afternoon, their power was back. By the way, we want to take you to the CPS outage map currently, and you can see currently there are only 13 outages affecting 34 customers. Very good news out there as far as the power outages. Thankfully, there have been no widespread outages today due to the weather.
But ERCOT is once again asking you to conserve electricity. The utility released a statement earlier today saying they are expecting tight grid conditions due to these freezing temperatures. They're asking people to conserve electricity between now, 6 p.m. and 9 a.m. tomorrow. ERCOT's weather watch is in effect through Wednesday because they say they are also expecting similar grid conditions that day as well. Right now on KSAT.com, several people have been sharing their photos and videos of ice they saw today. Some of them show freezing drizzle and ice on windshields. You can share your winter weather photos or videos with us by going to KSAT.com/connect.
We want to see them. Well, living outside in the elements can be tough, but people experiencing homelessness say temperatures this low can be deadly. That's why they're allowing outreach teams to take them to local shelters through the day and night. One man told Courtney Friedman these teams and shelters saved his life yesterday.
Because I was frozen on the sidewalk, and they stole my shoes. He got me shoes, and I was frozen. I could have died.
Aiden Perez was lying on a sidewalk in the freezing cold Monday when the Corazon Ministries outreach team found him.
You still have your hospital band on?
Yes.
Do you have hypothermia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was frozen.
Perez was able to stay warm at this day center at Grace Lutheran Church downtown.
And ask your wife a couple of questions, okay?
They typically serve up to 150 people in a day, but freezing temperatures brought about 230 unsheltered people in for a hot meal, warm clothes, and rest. With 2 more frigid days to come, Corazon CEO Erica Borrego says they're ready.
Thanks for helping us out this morning.
Oh, you're welcome.
Luckily, we work really closely with the other homeless response partners in the city. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks.
So this day shelter is open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then they head to overnight shelters. One of them is around the corner at Travis Park Church, and then there are a list of other shelters throughout the county. Like Sold Out Believers New Direction Church here on the east side. They usually only open these overnight shelters when the weather is unbearable. These doors will open at 7 tonight.
Who can help this many people? I mean, clothe them, feed them, everything else. It's amazing.
Sure. And are you going to stay at one of the overnight shelters after
Yes,
this?
yes.
Okay.
Forever grateful, Perez hopes anyone else still braving the cold will allow these volunteers to help. He knows firsthand it could save their lives. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Taking care of the less fortunate. Right now, they have 40 to 50 volunteers helping, but that's the bare minimum at Corazon. They're hoping more people will want to help over the next couple of days, especially overnight and into the morning. If you would like to help, head to Corazon Ministries' website. Sign up to volunteer. They could really use the help. By the way, the city of San Antonio has opened its warming centers due to the cold weather. They include libraries and park facilities. The warming centers will be open during normal business hours tomorrow. The city also has some resilience hubs that are open. Those are different from warming centers because they provide basic supplies as well as shelter from the cold. To see the full list on KSAT.com, just scan this QR code on your screen.
It was a decision that had to be made. That's what the MLK Commission said today about canceling the 2024 Martin Luther King March. The city of San Antonio and the commission sent out a notice early this morning, you may have received it, saying the weather was the reason for the cancellation. Max Massey spent the morning at Pittman Sullivan Park, which is usually packed with thousands today, but not this year.
Today was a much different look than MLK marches in the past. Instead of the crowds filling the streets, workers spending the morning tearing down the stage carefully, frigidly, making sure to look out for falling ice.
Safety. Wanted to make sure every San Antonian, every person that was going to be participating in the march was safe.
And even through the mid-morning, you can see the posters still frozen to the touch and ice chips littering Pittman Sullivan Park.
The single most important thing we needed to do was protect people and make sure that they didn't come out. And I'm pleased, as I was over at the Martin Luther King Academy this morning, I didn't see one soul. So that told me hopefully everyone was at home, safe and warm.
Even though the largest march in the country did not go on today, it's essential to remember why today is so significant.
The coming together for equality, jobs, better working conditions, peace in the streets, whether it's at home or in Ukraine.
Tommy Calvert, county commissioner, whose precinct includes the east side, reminding everyone that Dr. King's ideals should never be confined to just one day or just one weekend.
Dr. King would be much more satisfied with us if we were working on the issues he fought about every day.
Reminding us that there is always work to be done.
We're not at equality in funding for infrastructure, so there's a lot to march for, and there's a lot to work for beyond the march.
Although there is disappointment because of the cancellation, the MLK Commission was still able to step up and help out members of our community.
Last year, we gave out roughly $190,000 in scholarships. I would suspect we'll be right at that number again this year, despite having to cancel the march.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
No march, but hopefully the message still resonates. To other news, tonight, San Antonio police investigating after a woman was shot by suspected car burglars. It happened about 5 this morning in the 200 block of Hatcher. That's on the southeast side. According to SAPD, the woman and her brother heard people outside damaging their neighbor's vehicle. They went outside to confront the suspects. That's when one of those suspects shot back and actually hit the woman. The woman expected to be okay. No arrests have been made.
Some people who live in Southtown are looking for another place to stay tonight after their home caught fire. This happened last night around 9 on St. Francis Avenue near South Flores. According to the San Antonio Fire Department, this fire started up there in the attic, but we don't know how yet. Everyone inside did make it out safely. Still ahead here on the news at 6. How was your drive this morning? There were some hits and near misses out on the roads thanks to ice. We take a look next.
Tonight, new questions for Bexar County's district attorney, Joe Gonzalez. The money his office is spending on a public relations firm after asking the county to pay for more staff. Our one-on-one with the DA tonight on the Night Beat after the game.
Slick, icy roads caused some crashes and some close calls out on the roads this morning.
Yeah, Sarah Costa shows us some of the issues that we found around town.
The roads this morning, really not safe conditions. Myself and photojournalist Asian Bermia were out covering the roads in those icy conditions from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and just take a look at several crashes that we saw. And we saw a lot of different crashes out there just on the frontage road right here between South Cross and W.W. White, which is only about a 1.5 mile span. We saw 3 to 4 crashes just on the frontage roads in that area. Now, several other crashes right here. This was a pileup of about 6 to 7 cars on 37 northbound. Lots of black ice on the roads on 37 and on the southeast side of the city. And even our crews that were watching live in studio caught a car live on air lose control.
I think a lot of people.
Right there. You see that? Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
So again, they just opened up. Thank God that driver appears to be okay. Got a little fishtail spin out there.
Well, what's scary is there's a person right there, the tow truck driver. That was a really close call.
And in full transparency, after having conversation with our news director, he thought it was best for us to get off the roads. And we really recommend to our viewers and residents out there, if you don't have to go anywhere, please stay at home, be safe.
Still good advice.
You bet.
Let's go around Texas now. Take a look at this. This is in Dallas today.
Yeah, people there woke up to all this snow today. Some got out and they enjoyed it by sledding down a hill. Fun for a while, right? Well, not something we are expecting to do here in San Antonio.
No. All right, let's take a live look outside. 25 degrees out there right now, Mia. And okay, so we're not expecting the moisture. It doesn't mean that some of those elevated roadways are all clear and ready.
Exactly, because temperatures are still so cold, well below freezing in and around the San Antonio area. So they are improving because we have dry air in place. We also have some breezier winds. And by the way, those are actually going to kick up through the overnight. So that's helping some of that ice sublimate, which essentially is the process of it turning from a solid already to a gas in meteorological terms. So roads are improving, yes, but because temperatures are still so cold, a few slick spots possible into tomorrow morning. Okay, so right now you can see across Authority radar, a little bit of ground clutter there near New Braunfels. So that's just radar noise. All of the precip has moved out of our area, but it is so cold out there when you step outside. 26 degrees officially here in San Antonio at the airport. 22 for places like Kerrville, Comfort, 31 in Castroville, 31 as well off to our south in Pleasanton. We've been talking about those breezy conditions, wind chills in the teens in some spots and 20s. Currently feels like 24 in Helotes, 18 on the south side at Stinson, 16 the current wind chill in Canyon Lake. So what's going to happen through the overnight hours? We're going to see a reinforcing push of some of this colder air. It moves in via a gusty north wind. Gusts upwards of about 30 to 35 miles per hour are expected as we sleep tonight. Notice your timeline here, even into the time a lot of us are stepping out tomorrow for the morning drive, and yes, even the drive to school for those that do still have school. So the good news here, those winds, yes, will help some of that ice to sublimate, improving road conditions a bit more. But the bad news is they will make for brutal wind chills come tomorrow morning. In fact, just take a look at this across the San Antonio area, what it's expected to feel like outdoors by about 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. Single digits here in San Antonio. 2 degrees, the wind chill. As you get up into the higher elevations, up into the hill country, even northern Bexar County, we could see those feels like temperatures even fall to a few degrees below zero. So that is just incredibly cold conditions first thing tomorrow. If the kids are headed to school, even you heading off to work, please dress very appropriately and warmly. Gloves, layers, big coats, beanies, scarves, the whole 9 yards, because this is just frigid conditions that we do have in place. In terms of actual air temperatures, a hard freeze. Most of us falling into the upper teens by 7 a.m. Around 18 degrees here in town, 19 in Floresville as well as Nixon, 17 in New Braunfels, 19 out west in Honto to kickstart our Tuesday. The good news about tomorrow as well, we're going to see more sunshine than what we've seen today. We've pretty much been locked in under the cloud cover. That sunshine helping temperatures climb slightly and barely above freezing, but we'll take anything that we can get at this point. We've got a forecast high pointed around 35 by about 4 o'clock. I do think across portions of the hill country, places like Bernie, Bulverde, Comfort, Kerrville, it'll be a close call. We might just warm to that 32-degree mark, but it's something we definitely will keep eyes on that for you. Again, 37 in Pleasanton, 37 in Devine for that forecast high temperature. A little bit warmer, though, the farther south and west that you go. Very similar to what we saw out there today. After that, one more hard freeze into Wednesday morning. Upper teens expected. Winds are not going to be as gusty, though, as what we are forecast to see tomorrow. So I think wind chill values in the teens. Still very, very cold out there. We'll see even more sunshine and temperatures in the 40s. So that is definitely nice to look ahead to. Into Thursday, even warmer by about 20 degrees, 67 right now, the forecast high. Then we see our next front move in. That does look to keep a little bit of a chill around, a few more light freezes possible Friday and into Saturday, but overall not nearly as strong as the Arctic air that we have in place right now. Zooming things out and take a look at the big picture. Again, there's that precip that's ended for us, moving across far eastern Texas, now even more so into Louisiana. You can see that stretches up even into the Ohio River Valley, Tennessee River Valleys there as well with some snow. That's all a part of that dynamic system that continues to work its way farther off to the east. Again, no more precip expected for us here. Road conditions should improve for the most part, still be extra slow, extra careful out there tonight and tomorrow morning, especially on those elevated surfaces. Hard freezes tomorrow and into Wednesday, and then we'll start to warm things back up, guys.
All right. Thank you, Mia.
All right. If you would have made a bet that the Texans would go farther in the playoffs than the Cowboys, you probably would have got some pretty good odds, Mary.
Yeah, you would have. It's been a pleasant surprise to see how C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans have excelled this postseason. And now the Texans are preparing for the divisional round. They'll soon learn who they'll be facing after the Buffalo-Pittsburgh game concludes. The Spurs led off the NBA's Martin Luther King Jr. Day slate, but San Antonio didn't come ready to play right away. We'll show you how it went down in Atlanta after the break.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
On Saturday, the Texans and Browns opened the NFL playoffs in Houston, and what an impressive showing for a first-time rookie QB and rookie head coach. Although Houston played like a veteran team, C.J. Stroud had 3 touchdown passes by halftime, and the Texans defense came away with 2 interceptions for touchdowns on back-to-back drives in the third quarter. Regardless of who you had winning, I think it's safe to say no one expected that big of a blowout against the NFL's top defense going into the game. Houston is now on to the divisional round, and it looks like the Texans will play in Baltimore next Saturday because Buffalo is currently up on the Steelers 31-17 in the fourth quarter. That game would be played at 3:30. Now the final NFC wildcard game between the Eagles and Buccaneers will kick off tonight at 7:15 here on KSAT 12.
When we were in at halftime, no one's self-belief in the team was down. I think we also full belief that we were going to come back and win that game, which we didn't. But I think the self-belief was there.
It ain't been 24 hours yet, and still in shock. So that's really it. Really shocked more than anything.
This was the scene of the Dallas Cowboys locker room clean out this morning. The mood, bleak and quiet. Yesterday, the second-seeded Cowboys suffered a wild card round exit to the seventh-seeded Green Bay Packers 48-32. Now, many fans are calling for head coach Mike McCarthy to be fired, largely due to the fashion in which Dallas lost. Owner Jerry Jones said after the game he hasn't thought about that yet. Since playing the Milwaukee Bucks down to the wire earlier this month, head coach Greg Popovich says the San Antonio Spurs are playing consistent and well enough to have won every game since. Instead, they've won 2 of their last 5. The Spurs are at Atlanta this afternoon. First quarter winding down. Trae Young goes coast to coast and gets the bucket to fall as the clock expires. San Antonio goes down big. Young shooting lights out early in this ball game, knocking it down from the logo that time. The Spurs were outmatched in the first half, but San Antonio kicked it into gear out of intermission. Victor Wembanyama goes behind the back and finishes with a thunderous dunk. And Wembanyama went off in the second half, helping the Spurs bring the game within 6 points. But the first half hole proved to be too much to come back from. The Hawks win 109-99. Wemby finished with 26 points, 13 boards, 5 blocks, and Young dropped 36 points. And now coming up, the Spurs have quite a difficult road. They play the Celtics, Hornets, Wizards, 76ers, all on the road.
All right. They could beat the Hornets and Wizards, though, I think.
Yeah, you would like to think that. Yeah.
I'm glad they made it a game on national television. Right? I'm glad they made it a game on national television today,
on TNT, bright and early.
Yeah. All right, let's check in with Mia right now for one final look at weather.
Yep, big thing to note tomorrow morning. Wind chills, single digits, even a few degrees colder up into the hill country. So please just dress very, very warmly out there tomorrow, y'all. Temperatures in the upper teens. So hard freezes tomorrow and into Wednesday. After that, we really start to warm things back up. That next front moves in ahead of next weekend. Not quite as cold. Maybe a few rain chances early next week.
All right, that is all our time. Thanks to Monday Night Football. Thank you for watching.
Playoffs are next. We'll see you after the game.